Caballero. I'm his manager.
I'm his trainer.
Interesting attitude to have towards a victorious athlete.
Victorious? We had an arrangement. We had a goddamn arrangement!
That limey bastard was paid to take a nap. He reneged.
And you were out of pocket?
Damn right. Me and a couple 100 other people. Stand aside. He squeezed out the window. I'll put an APB out on him.
Why would we do that? He won the fight fair and square.
To prevent him from getting clipped. He was paid to flop. There was big money riding on it.
So are we here because you lost money, or because we're investigating a prize-fighting racket?
Very funny. Look around and see what you can find. Which is Hammond's locker?
Over by the pinboard, second from the end.
There's a phone number we can run by R&I, plus a bunch of names and odds. You're not the only one who likes a flutter, Roy.
You better find that cocksucker and you bring him to me.
I feel bad too, Mickey. He guaranteed me he would take the flop.
I guarantee that you will be fish food if you don't bring me... Roy, you out of pocket too?
Mickey? Seems that way.
Don't worry about it. My boys are out looking for him.
Well, you'd better call them off. This is a police matter now. If anything happens to Hammond, I'll testify that you made threats against him.
Who's the Greyhound? He's a frisky one, isn't he?
Cole Phelps? Mickey Cohen.
I know who he is, Roy. I, met his brother-in-law.
I think you had the mixture pretty scared back there.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address for the following phone number. AL345.
The address for the phone number is the Hotel El Mar, 6294 Leland Way, Hollywood.
Thanks. You know the place?
Flop house. Quarter a night, no questions asked.
You seem to have a pretty cozy relationship with Cohen and Stompanato.
Take a right. Do I note a hint of reprimand in your tone, Detective? Talking to gangsters comes with the turf. You should try out Mickey's place. He's got a haberdasher's up on Sunset. See if he can get you out of those old man's clothes that you slink around in. Turn left when you can.
It's a front for his illegal activities.
It is that, but he does carry some very sharp suits.
If it's okay with you, I'll stick with...
Yeah, what do you want?
LAPD. We're making inquiries into the whereabouts of an Albert Hammond.
No one here by that name.
You sure?
Sure, I'm sure. This isn't the sort of place where people use their real names. Take a look at the register if you don't believe me.
That's the guy from the papers. Solved that big case.
Okay, so look for prominent Tommies. That should narrow it down.
How bad is it? Come on, you can tell me. Hey, buddy, you dropped something? When is America gonna understand? It's not about getting, it's about giving. Did you read about the woman who stabbed her husband and then pushed him in front of the car? That's the cop who caught her.
Winston Churchill, a very patriotic Englishman, is staying in room 207.
The old bulldog. Even at a flop house, Adley can't get out from his shadow.
You know the way. You can drive.
Do we know where we're going?
Check the place if you want. All I do is keep my head down and replace the towels.
Wake up, Cole.
Three
Why do I
blondes
only
walk
get
into a
6
bar.
farmers in the
You think
beginning?
one of them would have seen it?
Let's get some wood first.
That's the guy from the papers.
Now we
Solved
can
that
start
big case.
researching. Okay.
It's like them all to Hollywood Station. At the end, you get
How bad is
to
it?
go over this place.
Come on, you can tell me.
What will you be? Hunting polar bear.
Hunting polar bear, I like that.
Hey, buddy, you dropped something?
Hey! Very funny. Look around and see what you can find.
When is America gonna understand? It's not about getting, it's about giving.
Second from the end.
Pinboard second from the end. This thing right here? Hey, Hammond. Uh-oh.
I'll look here by that name. You sure? Sure, I'm sure. This isn't the sort of place where people use
Cole,
their real
we got
names.
things to do.
Take a look at the register if you don't believe me.
So he probably used a fake name.
That sucks.
Okay.
Okay, so look for prominent.
Did you read about the woman who stabbed her husband and then pushed him in front of the car? That's the cop who caught her.
Prominent Tommies. Tammy Veronica Lake, Joan Caulfield. I'm looking for a Tommy? Purple Marks. Bob Hope, Lena Turner, Artie Shaw. I don't see any Tommies here. What is a Tommy? Tommy is a masculine name given of English origin, occasionally a nickname shortened of Thomas, sometimes used as the feminine form. Extremely loving person, University of St. Thomas mascot. Okay. I'm not, oh, a British private soldier? Oh, okay. So let's, okay. Shirley Temple. We're looking for, Winston Churchill. That'll do it right there. Winston.
sakes, Christ!
Door's unlocked. Looks like he's had a broad up here.
70 other door now is gold.
Does Albert have somebody special? I didn't see anyone in his corner at
Got
the
some
fight.
overturned trash here. Western Union. Elvira Hammond. Home. You know, I hope he makes it.
He's being decisive.
The door now is gold. Nobody's in here. Looks like we've got some overturned trash here. Western Union.
He must be heading home. You know, I hope he makes it.
That crooked son of a bitch? No chance.
Boy done good from Albert. So he's trying to take all the money and he's just gonna run with it. Got a sink over here with this mouth guard. Definitely on the right trail.
This doesn't pertain to the case.
Here, nothing really. It's a disgusting place, bro. Got some heart-shaped box of chocolates, kind of an interesting thing. What is this? Matinee movie? Has plenty of time on his hands between bouts.
I guess a fighter has plenty of time on his hands between bouts.
I'm gonna go check that out. Does Albert have somebody special? That's anyone in his corner in the fight. Maybe he just likes chocolate. I don't know. So we got that ashtray. Nothing too crazy. What is this here? Insta-heat. Adrian Black's product.
Insta-heat. Adrian Black's product of choice.
Yeah, Insta-heat.
Seems like a
Parnell
lifetime ago.
Soup Company. This is great, dude. This is actually like a legit article too. I don't know if we're gonna have to read through this. Modern living with a touch of natural style. Oh, what is this? Competition entry form.
Candy has
This
expensive
chick he
taste.
had over has expensive
Albert
taste.
has his work cut out for him.
Albert has his work cut out for him.
All right, let's go
Candy
after his
Edwards,
girl.
you got the dress.
See if that gets us any
Candy
closer.
Edwards. Lady who filled out
Who's
this-
Candy?
Candy Edwards, the lady who filled out this coupon.
Hey, buddy, you dropped something? When is America gonna understand? It's not about getting, it's about giving. 3 blondes walk into a bar. You think one of them would have seen it?
Hey, Cole, let's get moving.
How bad is it? Come on, you could tell me.
Wake up, Cole.
What are we waiting for?
Hey, buddy, you dropped something? When is America gonna understand? It's not about getting, it's about giving. 3 blondes walk into a bar. You think one of them would have seen it?
Cole, we got things to do.
How bad is it? Come on, you could tell me.
What are we waiting for? Hey, Cole, let's get moving.
Hey, buddy, you dropped something? When is America gonna understand? It's not about getting, it's about giving.
Wake up, Cole.
3 blondes walk into a bar. You think one of them would have seen it? How bad is it? Come on, you could tell me.
What are we waiting for?
Back chat, sorry about that. 5-20 minutes before my lunch, you say, why, for the meantime, they're going to do some cases.
You can drive.
Where are we going? We need to know which room is Candy's.
LAPD, ma'am. We're looking for Candy Edwards.
Apartment 7. You take the outside stairs by the parking lot and turn left at the top. You friends of the Italian guy?
Italian guy?
Yeah. Sleazy type. Gave his name as Carlo. I didn't like the look of him, but Candy has some funny friends.
Thanks.
This Candy broad must be as sweet as she sounds. All these gentlemen callers.
Give it up,
Sounds
bitch.
like we're missing all
He's
the fun.
gone and fucked
Get in
both
there,
of us,
Phelps.
and you know where he's hiding. Now tell me where he is before I cut you.
Oh, you're on the rest.
Like hitting women, do you?
We had a gun!
This isn't gonna end well for you, friend. Out cold, but breathing. Give her a minute and take a look around.
Single ticket. One way. I guess there isn't a lot for Albert in Ohio. Scania sails from New York. Nasty weapon.
All the Italians carry them. A real man uses his fists or a gun.
Carlo here seems to have the same friends as Hammond. What are the odds on them all being bookmakers? Take a seat, Miss Edwards. We have some questions for you to answer.
Look, I haven't done anything wrong.
Ever? I find that pretty hard to believe.
Can you answer some questions now, Miss Edwards?
Sure, I've had worse. I'll shake it off.
We're trying to track down Albert Hammond. We have reason to believe he might be in danger. Do you know where he is?
No, I don't. I'm over Albert. I haven't seen him.
You know he won the fight. You know people are after him.
I walked out on him. I'm sick of waiting around for him, nursing him when he's busted up, listening to his faded dreams. I got dreams too, you know.
I'm sure you have. Do the names Harry, Mervyn, or Ray mean anything to you?
Could be anybody. How the hell would I know?
Your friend Carlo seems to be looking for them too.
Carlo is no friend of mine. He's no friend of Albert's either.
You're leaving town, Miss Edwards?
Yes, I'm going straight home.
And you're not planning to meet Albert?
No, I am not. I've saved up a little money and I'm going to open a dress shop.
Well, get out of your way, Candy. We know you're a busy lady.
Like I said, I've done nothing wrong.
The LAPD expects a little more cooperation. You'd better watch your back, sister. Get out, Carlo, you hump. And get rid of that pig sticker. You ever pull that thing on me, I'll shoot you like a dog.
That bitch knows where Hammond is. She knows where my money's gone.
My money too, tough guy. I'll handle this. Bad people are looking to hurt Candy, and yet she's not heading straight for the train station? I smell a payoff. I say stake her out. See where she goes. Tail this broad. Don't let her get away, but don't get spotted. I'll bring up the car behind you.
Is that her car?
Tail this broad. Don't let her get away, but don't get spotted. I'll bring up the car behind you. Tail this broad. Don't let her get away, but don't get spotted. I'll bring up the car behind you.
That's how you do it. So I have to follow her. So I have to follow to see where she's going.
much slack. Gotta get closer.
Watch as she goes.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Okay, yeah. This is where she's going.
Bookmakers? Yes. Surprise, surprise. A blonde woman just came in here.
She went out the back way. Said she was being watched.
How much did she collect?
$3,600. She cleaned me out.
On the Hammond Kid Galahad fight?
You got it. I'm not complaining. We all made a lot of money on that one. Huge plunge on Galahad, and then Hammond knocks the bum out.
So she collected the money and went out through the back door?
Nope. She made a phone call over there, wrote something on a notepad, and then left.
There must be something inside that can give us a lead. What are you doing?
An old intelligence trick from the Marines. We know where she's headed. Let's get moving.
Car 11K, 11 King. Further to your request, Bunko Fraud has 3 known bookmakers operating out of storefronts in the Hollywood area. Thrifty Liquor, 6106 Santa Monica, the Examiner Drugstore, and a Max Spirits at 1658 North Cherokee. KGPL clear.
Can you drive to this one?
All right, where to?
Hammond backed himself to win.
And Candy is picking up the winnings.
I forgot he's driving. For a minute, I thought I was driving for a minute. Hey, chat, probably my next video will probably be on GTA, because I still want to try and get a mystery missions done, question mark missions done. Is that what we call them? Which I'm going to start doing those probably after.
Detectives Phelps and Earl, LAPD.
Relax, Cole. You just have a blonde in here, Mervyn?
Sure did. I'm just about to close up. She took me to the cleaners. 4,000 clams and change.
How long ago did she leave?
Maybe 5 minutes. Called a cab. Asked for a number. I told her there was a card over there by the phone.
Yellow cab. We need to get after her, fast. Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Can you connect me to the Yellow Cab Company? Hollywood 2187, please. This is Detective Phelps, LAPD. You dispatched a cab to 1487 Ivar Avenue, Hollywood.
Yes, sir. Send one round from the pool.
Do you have the number of that cab?
Number 179.
Thanks.
We're done playing around. Get Mervyn to give us an address on Ray's place.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Fine. Where are we headed?
This broad's planning on cleaning out every book.
It's a point. My next video before I do Nashim and Alan Mill might be the GTA 5.
That's the cab waiting up ahead. She's not in the car. Don't get too close.
She must be inside.
We're on the move again, Cole. After her. Don't lose that cab.
How many stops is she gonna make?
Boost.
Hammond is full of himself, being this sure he was gonna win.
Hey, chat.
God damn it. Everyone's looking at us, Cole.
Chat, in about a couple of weeks, should I start doing another game? Yeah, so I'm gonna do GTA 3. GTA 3 looks like a good game. You know, this channel is all about games, boys.
That bitch is giving me what I'm owed. That's all I know.
Pull over. She's heading inside. I think I just saw Hammond. I'll tail him. You get in there and stay with Candy. Make sure you don't let her see you.
That's the guy from the pig.
She's dead.
Roy! Call an ambulance.
Hammond got away.
Just try and sit still, Candy. Who shot you? Was it Albert?
She's dead.
They're on the way. I have a patrolman searching the depot. The chief's putting together a manhunt for Hammond. He got the money, right?
Looks like it.
A tough bird, our limey friend. Using his girlfriend as the bag woman and then getting greedy over the split. He won't make it out of town.
That's how you see it?
I told you that cocksucker was a crook.
What, I search her?
.32 caliber. One shot fired. The Egyptian Theater.
So, what now? The theater, I guess. We don't have much else to go on.
Did your cops just go here? Officers just go right this way, man, you know what I'm saying? Wait, what? Oh, they're just staying there. They're just staying there, make sure no one else goes in there.
You're behind the wheel.
All right, where to?
Poor girl. She didn't deserve that.
Poor girl. Half the precinct aren't taking a vacation this year.
This seems like a long shot. Aren't they all?
Car 11K, Car 11 King, come in.
Car 11 King.
Message from the coroner. The cause of death was a knife wound. Repeat, a knife wound. The revolver appears to have belonged to the victim.
Son of a
KGB all clear.
bitch. He stabbed her.
I thought you said real men use their fists, not guns.
That guinea cocksucker. You think he got the money, too?
Come on, Roy. We're bringing this whole tragedy to its conclusion.
Yo, my guys.
Hey, Cole, let's get moving.
Guys.
Cole, we got things to do.
So I believe I have to go. Yeah, I have to go in here. Yeah, we have a killer on our hands.
Why'd you kill her, Carlo? Your gripe was with me.
She was collecting the money for you. Mickey made it clear it was either me or you, and I intend to keep...
She stole those betting slips. She was running out on me.
And you were gonna let her?
No, I let her collect. I set her up, just like she set me up. Just like my manager set me up. Everyone wanted me to take a dive. Everyone wanted me to take the short money. It's for the best, kid.
You were washed up, kid! You couldn't climb, and you were too brave to sink. You were going nowhere!
Maybe, but I had heart. I was a Royal Marine, Carlo. If I lost a fight, it wasn't for lack of trying, and it wasn't for lack of courage. I didn't have much, but I had that.
I did it for you, and that's how you repay me!
You did it for yourself, so did little boy. You did it to make a quick buck, and Candy did it to make her dream come true.
Blah, blah, blah. I've got the money, all I need to do is get rid of you. It's gonna be a shame, kid, but that's business.
We've heard enough, Arcaro. Put down your weapon.
You're making a big mistake.
Come on, Cole. Carlo's a dead man. Hammond, too, when I find him.
Throw out the guns.
Get behind something, Phelps! Clear me some space here! Where are you? You limey cocksucker.
It's time to come out now, Hammond. Put the gun down, Roy.
That son of a bitch owes me a lot of money.
Catch. Escania sails from New York, Hammond. Be on the next train and don't ever come back.
Why?
Because I was a Marine, and I once lacked courage. Everyone deserves a second chance. Now beat it.
Fuck you! That English prick is getting away with my money, Phelps!
I'm hearing rumors of a fight that was fixed, of gangsters looking to get square, that LAPD cops might be involved. Either of you two sons of bitches know anything about that?
No, sir.
So, the dead wop who turned up in this theater, who used to be a boxing manager, who murdered Candy Edwards, has nothing to do with the fix?
Absolutely not.
Earl, you're doing venereal disease citations until you can learn to stop lying to me. Phelps, got anything to add?
No, sir.
Get your uniform from your locker. You're back on the street.
Uniform from your locker.
.187 at 5810 Murata Avenue. Homicide wants you over there. The coroner thinks the broad was whacked using the army morphine. Don't say anything, Roy. Just get over there.
Hey, Cole, let's get moving. Wake up, Cole.
They got boys. Head down.
Strips off.
Get to
Get
work.
up of yours anyway. I should start introducing us as Detective Earl, and this is my science teacher, Mr. Phelps. Your interest in my appearance is starting to get me worrying. Like it or not, we're a dysfunctional couple now. People judge me with you on my arm the same way they would a fat broad with a 5 o'clock shadow. I really hope you're joking, Roy.
Fine. But if the skipper sees us driving around in this, we're dead.
Hey, Century Unit. Citizen reports suspicious activity on a trolley car on Fountain Avenue. Stand by for further information. Any Central Unit?
guess I'll just take it out.
You look like you were a big pain in the neck. Now,
That's only a block away. I'm taking it.
LAPD, ma'am. Are you all right?
That lowlife! That filthy lowlife!
What happened?
I was standing ready to get off and I heard a click. His camera. That pervert took a picture of my... up my...
Which way did he go?
There! That's him! Right there!
Ah, fuck.
Go on, Phelps. Get after that creeper.
Get in close and steer him off the tar.
Central Unit, citizen reports suspicious activity on a trolley car on Fountain Avenue. Stand by for further information. Any Central Unit?
You know the way. You can drive. You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Second floor. Apartment 6. In the back.
Apartment 6.
Thanks. Bukowski, you made homicide.
That I did. Good to see you, Phelps.
You two want a hug? Or can we get on with it?
Relax, Rusty.
26 years old, fashion model. Found in the tub by the cleaning lady, Mrs. Reynoldson. She called it in.
We heard Carruthers thinks...
Carruthers likes to make work for people. Overdose of sleeping pills. Falls asleep in the tub. Rest in peace. Case closed.
Here, here. Mal is 100% that it's murder.
Do you mind if I take a look around?
Sure. Go right ahead.
Oh, there's some opens.
Phelps?
Mal, we've had a look around. Rusty thinks it's a waste of time. What's your theory?
Come on, Mal. Tell us why we were dragged down here.
victim was alive when she entered the tub, water would have entered her lungs. The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated. This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all cases of real drowning. Notice anything about our Vic?
May I took a look?
Be my guest. Take a closer look at her head and neck.
Her neck is bruised pretty badly. Bruising on the forearms, and these look like bite marks.
Very good.
Very unusual ring.
Could be wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire. The eyes are a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story. I think one man held her down and another held her arm and injected her. They put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
It spread a trail of barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the syrettes. It would make my theory.
And morphine would have been very quick, and there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
Okay, so find two guys who recently bought syrettes and weren't junkies, and you might be onto something.
Back to work, Phelps. I don't like the way this broad bought it. I want to get the guys responsible.
I don't know. Miss Julie, she always had so much pride.
This is all top end of town stuff.
Drive.
Gives us somewhere to look.
I'm sorry, I'm not being very clear.
They're there.
Could have been a
It's
modeling
okay.
assignment. Beautiful girl. Clothes certainly aren't from the Sears catalog.
She was so beautiful and so young. Can you leave me alone now?
Looks like barbiturates.
Really?
I haven't got time to jog, Cole. The captain wants me to make this case.
Already had just arrived.
What are we waiting for? cool. We got things to do. Hey, Paul, let's get moving.
Do you have the shot? Negative. He's blocked from this position. I have Munoz. Fine. You got it, Commander. I will pass it along. That was Commander Perry. He wants to know why shots had to be fired.
So much for a nice job.
The day Perry says that, I will take everyone out for karaoke.
We had a deal. I get to Holina, my son, before I go.
Wake up, Cole.
I made a deal. I keep my word. Well, let's make it quick. There's nothing like being a father. Is there, Antonio? Te quiero, hijo. Pórtate bien, ¿ah? All right, that's enough. Te quiero, mi amor. The deal was...
What are we waiting for?
No, to the left. No, there's Antonio's down. Somebody call an ambulance. 10-1 SWAT, officer shot. 21st district gets a roll-up. Come on.
Hey, Paul, let's get moving.
Dan makes bad choices, like this toupee. But tonight... How is a man supposed to call himself a man? Evelyn Summers, a poor... You're exactly what I expected. We were looking... Location, the Polar Bear Ice Company? Serious? Is the LAP...
Cole, we got things to do.
My guy had the intel, bro. He told us to check around outside, and we found an important detail. I doubt there's going to be anything. I don't think we've ever had anything in these dumpsters now. Okay. All right. I think we're good to go. So we've got the D whatever, the D place. I don't know what that is or who that is or whatever was written on that card, and then we've also got the Mr. Henderson or whatever that we've got to follow up with. Oh, it's a dress store. D scene dress store. Mark. Over here, can't open that up. What is this? It's like a men's jacket. Number 45. Do you have a sugar daddy or something?
Quality English smoking jacket. I don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one.
Looks like her bed was never really made. We've got some pills on the ground here. What are these? Over the place. I don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one. Do you have a sugar daddy or something? Got shoes all over the place. Looks like her bed was never really made. We've got some pills on the ground here. What are these? Looks like barbiturates. Barbiturates. Got something on our bedside table here. What is this?
Barbiturates. What else is rattling around in this thing?
Oh!
We should speak to her doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster.
Oh! We should speak to a doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster. Take one capsule. What was that for? It said take one
I'm
capsule.
Detective Phelps. I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynoldson, I'm just so shocked. I feel like there's something I should be doing, someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town. Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there? I don't know.
If you give the details to the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in contact. Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
So we've got the barbiturates and we've got the benzedrine prescription.
So she wasn't mad at anyone.
So barbiturates calm you down by like
men were
sleeping
usually
pills, right?
besotted with Miss Julia, not the other way around.
It's either she's abusing
I don't think Miss Julia was ever in love with anyone.
speed up. So she's got Virginia Reynoldson needs to be notified. To Mr. Henderson, we know that. This is Virginia Reynoldson. She's the maid and housekeeper. She seems like she's very concerned, of course. Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset? No more than normal. Okay, so she's definitely lying to us now. Do we bad cop her or do we accuse her? I feel like, I mean, with the pills and stuff, yeah, we're gonna accuse her.
Did Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
Well, let's just talk about these pills. I think we could choose either one of them. She was taking barbiturates.
Why are you lying to me, Mrs. Reynoldson? Julia had men stay here.
I will not speak ill of the dead. You can't prove that.
She couldn't sleep. You must have seen them in her room.
That's a terrible insult to Miss Julia's honor and her memory. She's not even in the ground yet. You should be ashamed.
She lived like a movie. Miss Randall have many friends. Had men stay here.
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
Mr. Henderson.
You're hiding something, Mrs. Reynoldson. There's something about Julia's past that you don't want to tell me.
And how do you come to that conclusion, young man? What makes you think I know anything about her past? You are being very crass, young man. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I know you're trying to protect Julia, Mrs. Reynoldson, but it won't help us solve the case. Julia can't be hurt anymore. Stefan, Rusty, we'll take a look around outside and then follow up these leads. Can you get some guys to run down the jacket?
You think Carruthers has called it right?
He rarely gets it wrong.
I don't know. I'm a Galloway. I've met enough girls in my time who can't handle their dope.
Might change the outfit. There's like nothing here.
Can you drive to this one?
Do we know where we're going?
The guy that's pretending to be dead.
When is America gonna understand?
He said he lives in San Francisco. And it sounds like he's very infatuated with this girl, which gotta keep him on the radar. What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
She's lying, 100%. Is there? I don't think there's anything we can accuse her with.
Probably after this case, I might do a video on GTA.
Here, Stoneman, office 505.
505. Believe we'll need to take the elevator, yeah.
I swear, if we locked up every doctor in this town, Vice would be able to work half days.
Last one.
Yes, sir, your name?
LAPD. We'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
There's no need to be rude.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from the LAPD here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
Your investigation is much more important than my sciatica.
Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, Detective.
How well did you know Miss Randall?
Fairly well. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
She was disturbed, though.
Well, not in the conventional sense. She had trouble sleeping.
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
That was a lie.
We believe Miss Randall died of an overdose of morphine. You didn't prescribe her anything else, did you?
That is a very serious allegation to level at a doctor, young man. I am well aware of what is prescribed under the Harrison Act, Detective. If you wish to make any other ridiculous accusations, I suggest you direct them to my attorney.
Do you know where Miss Randall worked?
I have my patient's home address and next of kin. That's as far as it goes.
I think you're protecting Miss Randall. Was she a call girl, Doctor?
No, she was not. Not to my knowledge, anyway. How can you accuse me of covering that up? In case you jump to any further conclusions, Detective, I don't have any patients who are prostitutes.
We often find the more obstructive people tend to be, Dr. Stoneman, the more they have to hide.
If you don't mind, I have patients to see too.
The old boy is lying.
About what?
I don't know. He looked relieved when you said she was dead. That's a strange reaction to have to the death of a young patient.
Have you noticed how Croakers only pull out the physician?
The pills. She wanted it all. She wanted it damn quick. There's being some chemical solutions to get it. The D whatever. The D place. I don't know what that is or who that is or whatever was written on that card. And then we've also got the Mr. Henderson or whatever that we've got to follow up with. Oh, it's a dress store. Diazine dress
isn't it?
People and just trying to quickly get the job done, whether or not it was correct.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Where are we going?
So far, but Rusty was one of the worst. Yeah, that's for sure. I really don't like this Roy guy either. I don't know, dude. Like I can't trust 12, bro. Oh, look at this. So this is a super upscale, hoity-toity, fancy spot here. Did that just show us pulling up in a cop car instead of our... Wow. Wait, did we leave in a cop car? I might not have been paying attention. I thought we left in Roy's car. I don't know. Whatever.
What can I help you with today?
Well, we have a problem, man. LAPD, man.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
Okay. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. She had some sort of trouble.
She was found dead this morning. All right. Well, let's talk about her employment.
She worked in New York before she moved here. She was very beautiful.
Looks like she's telling the truth. Can you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes.
You know the way. You can drive.
All right, where to?
Husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses. I wasn't really happy, and neither was I.
She was too hot, is what you're saying.
Actually, yes. Others once. Would you like to speak with her?
Getting sneaky with it.
Heather, these gentlemen from the LAPD.
Detective Phelps. Understand that you worked with Julia Randall this morning.
Yes. Julia, I think that I told you. She's not in any kind of trouble.
It's a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley can tell me that life. She's full of life. Wonderful company.
It's a lovely engagement.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to me.
Very interesting engagement. How do you think it was with you? What's happening here? Is it the same one that... That's some pearl in the Swanson. It's costing a great fortune. He must really love you. I'm not sure where he's going with that. How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced to my fiancé, Henry Arnett.
Henry Arnett. New name added to the pile. It looks like she's telling the truth. And where's your boat? Tell us about it.
Yes, he is. Henry is fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
So they were close. Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Junk.
She looks like she's telling the truth. I don't think we've had this many truths in a row. Do I really? I'm almost tempted to use an intuition, but I'm gonna go with my own. Pretty sapphire engagement ring.
She never mentioned the man named Henderson.
That's all for now, Miss Watson. Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our investigation.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
What's up with the attitude? Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
She was so full of life.
That almost seemed like some bad acting. I don't know. It's tough. You know, dealing with shock and surprise and stuff like that, you never really know how people are gonna act. But let me, I don't understand how the pearl ring comes into this. Gold ring set with 4-grain white pearl. So, I mean, obviously this guy's got a lot of money. Maybe he's been playing these two girls at the same time. Mr. Henry, I believe, is who that is. And then we've also got Mr. Henderson. Let me check our people here. Yeah, Henry Arnett and then Mr. Henderson. We both kind of have to follow up on. Cool. So where's what do we do next? Dr. Stoneman's practice, commercial clinic of Dr. Stoneman, Julia Randall's prescribing physician. Let's go do it. Let's go ask him why he's prescribing her uppers and downers all at the same time.
Sweet lips in there about her friend taking a big jump till we were half out the door. Very slick. Figured we'd get more out of her that way. You're learning, Phelps. I'll make a vice cop out of you yet.
Appreciate that compliment, Roy.
I'm a Galloway. I've met enough girls in my time who can't handle their dope.
So the guy, Carruthers, he told us to check around downstairs. There's a morphine thing there. The syringe? No way. Take a look at this thing.
Val will be pleased. Well, that's hardly conclusive, given the number of those things we've come across recently.
He told us to check around.
We'll confirm it one way or another.
Interesting.
I think our work is done here.
A good-looking corpse. Got a trophy for it. Should we be checking around
Mal
outside?
will be pleased.
A lot of people like to dump,
Well, that's
dump
hardly
stuff in trash
conclusive,
cans
given the
outside
number
as
of those
well.
things we've come across
So I'm
recently.
gonna look around out here. I don't see
The
any
autopsy
trash
will
cans,
confirm
though.
it one
Maybe
way or
something
another.
back in this back alley. See if we can find anything.
I doubt it.
My guy had the intel, bro. He told us to check around outside, and we found an important detail. I doubt there's going to be anything. I don't think we've ever had anything in these dumpsters now. Okay. All right. I think we're good to go. So we've got the
Can you drive to this one?
whatever. The
Fine.
D place.
Where are we headed?
I don't know what that is or who that is or whatever was written on that card. And then we've also got the Mr. Henderson or whatever that we've got to follow up with. Oh, it's a dress store. Deacine dress store. And we to dump stuff and. Okay. So I mean, Mr. Henderson is a good. Very helpful. I mean, maybe that she was high all the. She's situated with this
Hey,
girl
Cole, let's get moving.
coming from.
That's Mr. She.
Not very concerned.
I'm just so.
Huh. What was that for? It said take one capsule. Let me check.
I'm on the stream, guys.
So we've got the barbiturates and we've got the benzedrine prescription. So barbiturates calm you down. They're like sleeping pills, right? And then the benzedrine is an amphetamine, which is going to make you speed up. So she's got both, which doesn't really make sense. Either she's abusing or somebody's taking advantage of her or something. I don't know. You guys think, I mean, it's a pretty small apartment. Are we good to talk to the cleaning lady?
I'm Detective Phelps. I'm here to try and help some people. Find entry.
Definitely lying to us now.
I don't have many friends.
Let's talk about that. So the guy, Carruthers, he told us to check around downstairs. There's a morphine thing there. The syringe? No way. Take a look at this thing.
Val will be pleased. Well, that's hardly conclusive, given the number of those things we've come across recently.
He told us to check around.
We'll confirm it one way or another.
Interesting.
I think our work is done here.
A good-looking corpse. Got a trophy for it. Should we be checking around outside? A lot of people like to dump stuff in trash cans outside as well. So I'm gonna look around out here. I don't see any trash cans though. Maybe something back in this back alley. See if we can find anything. My guy had the intel, bro. He told us to check around outside, and we
You're behind the wheel.
We've got the...
Do we know where we're going?
D whatever. The D place. I don't know what that is or who that is or whatever was written on that card. And then we've also got the Mr. Henderson or whatever that we've got to follow up with. Oh, it's a dress store. D is seen dress store. Upmarket ladies clothing boutique. Alright. Let's go do that. So this is where she's getting all of her fancy clothes from. Maybe we can find out who's buying them.
Galloway, quite the little reunion in there. Almost brought a tear to my eye. They're good police. Now it's you now. You got parole.
You can drive.
Barely had time to learn their names. Let me fill you in. Mikowski's a pushover. Galloway's a drunk. You could learn a thing or two from both of them. Please. Get work at Vice Case. I don't see why they'd be any better or worse at it than me. I noticed you said better. Hubris disguised as humility. Kind of your trademark, don't you think? Why do you always twist the truth? Galloway's got nothing to prove. He's been on homicide for years. And he's welcome to it. You're a terrier, Phelps, and that's what I need. Not some old bulldog who can't get up a flight of stairs without coughing off his lunch.
To be fair, Rusty Galloway was kind of a pretty crappy cop. Like, I mean, he doesn't seem like a bad guy, but he definitely did have a heavy hand for the alcohol, and he also had a heavy hand for randomly accusing people and just trying to quickly get the job done, whether or not it was correct. I mean, nobody's been perfectly peachy keen so far, but Rusty was one of the worst, yeah, that's for sure. I really
Classy
don't like
lady.
this Roy guy either. I don't
Swanky
know, dude.
place.
Like,
It's a shame. Real shame.
can't trust 12, bro. Look at this. This is a super upscale, hoity-toity, fancy spot here.
Can you drive to this one?
Show us pulling up in a
Where are we going?
car instead of our... Wow. Wait, did we leave in a cop car? I might not have been paying attention. I thought we left in Roy's car. I don't know. Whatever. Well, we have a problem, man.
We're here now.
Making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
You know the way. You can drive.
She was found dead this morning.
Alright. Well, let's talk about our employment.
Work doesn't model.
That's for sure. I really don't you think? You can find out who's... Intel, bro. He told us to check around outside, and we found it important.
If you will excuse me, I have patients to attend to.
See how easy that was. You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Fine. Where are we headed?
I could say we were done there.
detail. I doubt there's gonna be anything. I don't think we've ever had anything in these dumpsters, no. Okay. Alright, I think we're good to go. So we've got the D whatever. The D place.
Well, hello. What can I help you with today?
LAPD, ma'am.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
She was found dead this morning. How long had Julia worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
Could you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses. The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Did she have any close friends here?
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
I'd like that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer. Heather, these gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is she?
She's a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, a wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to
I'm
me.
very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look? That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you. How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my fiancé, Henry Arnett.
Henry is your beau. Tell us about it.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
She was wearing a sapphire engagement ring. Someone must have given it to her.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
That's all for now, Miss Swanson. Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
What? Oh, no. Oh, I can't believe it. She was so full of life.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Are there any messages for me?
Yes, Detective. The coroner's been asking to speak to you. I can connect the call if you like.
Please, thank you. Al?
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Sure thing, Mal. We'll be right over. You can drive.
All right, where to?
Nice move.
This is Hollywood Police Station.
It's the guy that busted all those Negro drug pushers last week.
Cole, Roy, I have some information for you.
You're the only person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers. Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Yes, of course.
I have something else to show you.
All right, Mal, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. He came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 cigarettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening now.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
So you're saying Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found something else.
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine. Carruthers. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over. They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door. Let me know how you get on.
Sure, Mal. And thanks for the lead.
Sure, Mal. Thanks for the lead.
Arnett is in interview too, Phelps. Go help him get whatever it is off his chest.
You think those Vice boys get any on the side?
He's only a writer. He can't really help me. He's the cop that arrested that movie.
Wait, does this require... This is a holding cell. Pretty sure that's just that transport to prisoners, maybe. No, I think that's a cell for like... I'm pretty sure this is a cell for like... if they've been arrested for a couple of days or like they have to go to prison. But this is the holding cell for sure.
Say, could I borrow some?
I want to make homicide.
This is number 3. Which is number 2? I have no idea, guys. Hold. That's number 1. Or where the hell is number 2? What is this one? See, if it was the old station, it would be way easier. course. So the whole time I didn't pass.
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. Thanks for coming in.
Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julie.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled for me.
And you were close?
We were friends.
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man.
Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
So you don't have a name? Someone we can follow up on?
No, I don't.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
Where am I? Is it in a different building? No, it's right here. Okay, we made it. I'm Detective Henry Arnett, 27, bought a very expensive ring for Heather, and Julia had some very... You know what else you're in? Lying.
He's asking whether you banged her in a chuck on the shoulders fraternity halfway. I mean, we used to be married.
So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julia Randall's murder?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been involved. But like I said, I've never heard of this LeBlanc character.
Heather told us that you were in fashion.
That's right.
Yeah, I want to make homicide. You know, you've got it made if you can get to that desk.
Some kind of traveling salesman?
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it. Fighting 6th.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of casualties.
Which engagements?
Okinawa. A couple of other places.
That will be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
He's in that car at the lights.
He was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
Where are you taking us, Henry?
Okay, where is it taking us?
That idiot never stepped foot in Okinawa.
Is that a prison?
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
What do you think? You're a bulldozer?
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next available seat.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be.
LAPD, the man who just came in here, he bought a ticket?
Yes, sir. To Mexico City, tomorrow night.
If you hear from him again, don't mention this conversation.
What have you got?
He bought a ticket from Mexico City. Tomorrow night.
That's good. But this is better.
Oh my God. It's Fabergé.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over. The guy who owned the joint thought it was worth at least 10 large for a cigarette case. Arnett only got 600 clams.
Car 11K, come in.
Go ahead, KGPL.
11K, go to Hollywood Station. Homicide detectives Bukowski and Galloway have information relating to the Randall case.
Roger, KGPL. 11K, en route.
operator. Message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Any luck with the arrest record check on Jimmy LeBlanc?
Yes, Detective. Jimmy LeBlanc's last arresting officer was Patrolman Fred Wallace. He's posted the Hollywood 9th Beat Sunset Boulevard between Gordon and Wilcox.
Thank you.
A one-way ticket to Mexico. Old Henry's looking as guilty as a dog next to a pile of dog shit.
What's his motive?
I can think of a few, but I'd put my money south of the belt. One guy plus two dames always equals problems.
Who should that prison bar? Because I'm good enough.
You're behind the wheel.
Oh yeah, just do.
Sir, I need the contraband list. Items stolen over the last year.
Hang on, I'll dig out a copy for you. Here you go.
Thanks.
Is the cigarette case on there?
Even the engagement ring was purloined. Arnett is a cad. Seems Julia wasn't the first bored society girl to hide her bennies in that pillbox. It's here. Arnett must be out of his mind trying to move this while under a murder cloud. Julia Randall's ring. It's here. You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Come on, let's give him a hand.
Right behind you, Wallace. Detective Phelps.
Wallace, go left. I'm going right after this little prick in the alley.
He doesn't know a couple many often.
Find some cover! Stay down.
As soon as he pokes his head out, we'll step on him.
Stay in cover.
Let's move. You're pretty brave for a dead man.
Throw out the guns.
Give me some goddamn cover.
Thanks. Outstanding warrant, armed robbery. Knocked over a drugstore back there, and it looks like he brought his whole posse with him. Bad luck for them.
They're all yours now. We need some information.
Ever heard of a burglar goes by the name of Jimmy LeBlanc?
Sure. We nabbed Jimmy on a burglary beef a couple of years back. They cut through a music shop and into a jewelry store. He got 4 years. I miss his partner, though.
His partner?
Big guy. I had him cornered, and he picked up this huge display case and threw it out a plate glass window. Then he vaulted out of there like something out of Barnum and Bailey.
Got away.
I would have had him, except for LeBlanc yelling, "Run for it, Willie!"
And you think he was an acrobat of some sort?
More like a strongman, a wrestler, or a boxer, that kind of thing.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
You haven't done too badly yourself.
Saving. This is something that you guys, if you guys do, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and guess I'll probably catch you next time to give a 1 minute and he's still long I've been live for. 32 minutes, okay. So if you guys do, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, boys. Peace out.